speeding up the negotiations. Vice Premier Wang Yang welcomed Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott, saying that China hopes the two sides can advance relevant negotiations in a spirit of mutual benefit, pragmatism and mutual accommodation in effort to score a balanced and high-level agreement. Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott agreed to accelerate talks to make the free trade deal a reality.
I do think that the finalisation of a free trade agreement would deepen and strengthen the relationship further. And as you said, Vice Premier, it's one thing to have these deals with Japan and Korea. They're good, but the big prize of all, obviously, a deal with China, which will soon be the world's largest economy.
Abbott also welcomed Chinese investment in Australia. Trade between the two countries reached some $140 billion last year. Chinese entrepreneurs are now looking for more business opportunities down under.
China is now stimulating domestic demand and improve people's living standards, so it's important to expand agricultural cooperation between China and Australia. In December this year, we will organize a group of Chinese business leaders to go to Australia for business opportunities.
And of course, there are challenges in reaching a final deal. Exporting agriculture goods into the Chinese market is a top concern of the Australian government, while restrictions on Chinese companies planning to invest in Australia and the movement of people are the top priorities of the Chinese side.
Well, like in any negotiation and in any two-way treaty, there are always interests that have to be slightly compromised. And I think the important thing is that both countries are pragmatic and they look to the end result rather than just looking at the problems.
Prime Minister Tony Abbott says Australia is ready to work with China to accelerate talks for a free trade deal and welcomes Chinese enterprises to invest in Australia. He also hopes the two countries could beef up cooperation in areas of finance, education, science and technology, culture and tourism. 侯娜 CCTV 北京。